one at the top of losers, the top of the top 8. This is going to be Snake Eyez versus Punk. Now, they had different roads to get here.
Yeah, I just want to point out that Snake Eyez did beat NuckleDo.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, just to go through what Snake Eyes' road was. These are two guys who were both actually sent to losers in pools. Maybe not what you would have expected, but it was not some terrible thing. Snake Eyez beat Fubarduck, but then lost to Yukadon.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
Sure. CJ Truth actually beat Punk.
Yeah, we mentioned that earlier.
We did. I love that CJ's back in that way. Punk had been so dominant in North America. So for him to have lost in pools, I felt was quite unusual. But since then, of course, they made it all the way through the bracket. And if you're in loser side, that means you have a much longer road.
Yes.
So Snake Eyez then beat Tommy Two-Step, El Cubano Loco, NuckleDo, LPN, and CJ Truth. That's a long one. And Punk had to go through Magneto 1080p, Vagabond, Xiaohai, Daigo, E.G. Ricky Ortiz to get in here. That is also a long one, and some of the best players in the world.
Xiaohai was very salty about that loss, too.
Yeah.
In fact, the option was given them to play off stream, and I heard Xiaohai was like, no, I'm playing Punk on stream.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and then he got bodied, and then I heard he was not a happy man afterwards.
He lost that 2-0.
Yep.
In fact, Punk lost one game to Magneto 1080p, but since then, 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, and like I said, Xiaohai, Daigo, and Ricky Ortiz were in there, right? So he went 6-0 against those folks, and now he comes up against Snake Eyez. They, too, played not long ago.
West Coast Warzone, yeah, and it was Akuma versus Karin, just like it is right now, and that one came down practically to the last game, last round, if I'm not mistaken. It was a very, very close match. And I know Punk doesn't like playing against Karin, against Zangief. I heard that, you know, if he had gone to Zangief, maybe he would have played Nash, you know, because Nash kind of beats Zangief. Maybe not so much anymore these days.
No, I still think that he does, but it's not some horrible matchup. But why put yourself in that position if you have a character that does better? Yeah, Punk, it was 3-2 over Snake Eyez at West Coast Warzone.
So I imagine Snake Eyez gonna maintain this idea of going with. I'm not sure what happened there. They got in there and they left. Maybe they didn't want to do the Halloween stage because of the background music.
You don't like it?
I mean, Snake Eyez has the headphones on. He's gonna have to listen to it all day. So.
I think it's cool. You know what my favorite song was in Street Fighter 4, right?
Oh yeah, you were the volcano.
That volcano stage. That wailing guitar.
All day, yeah, exactly.
Beautiful.
All right, well,
here we go. Again, 3 out of 5, of course. 3-2 in favor of Punk last time they played. And, Akuma for Snake Eyez, I was confused about at first in one way, but in another I thought it made a lot of sense. He did play Shoto's in Street Fighter 4.
He had an evil Ryu, yeah.
He sure did. And he played him like a grappler. He tries to get close. He's okay with losing life on the way in. And I don't know about that style for Akuma. But
okay with losing life is not a sentence that is associated with Akuma.
Not at all, but he does have great mix-ups and great movement. Meanwhile, Punk just putting the kibosh on all of that. Very dominant first round.
Wouldn't be surprised if he spent some time watching that Snake Eyez match from West Coast Warzone, try to figure out what it was that Snake Eyez did to keep the fight so close.
I would hope that they both did that last night. They knew who they would be playing tomorrow, so do the thing.
Oh, what a whip menace on that crouching medium kick. Punk usually really good about making sure he's in range for that.
Yeah, beautifully spaced. Punk did not confirm.
Yeah, that's
it's super tough.
Rare,
I don't want to make it seem easy, but he does do it pretty consistently.
Did you see right there one of the Punks?
Oh,
no.
That should be it.
Yeah.
No?
Oh, didn't stun. Surprising, but that'll do it. And look at this. Whatever Snake Eyez did at West Coast Warzone didn't work at all, and he is, there is some distress on that face.
Yeah, and even before he got on camera, look at this guy. Yeah, that's what I wanted to see. That's the replay. Look at that. That's just after he lost. Wow. Okay. How about duly noted?
Yeah,
that's you just try to take a note and you move on.
No character change though. He does not want to play Zangief versus Karin apparently.
Well, I think it's more that he is worried that if he were to win, that it would be Nash that he'd have to play against. So I feel like he's just okay with Akuma. He did, of course, almost beat Punk last time.
I mean, Snake Eyez was such a great Zangief versus Sagat player in 4.
And everybody was mad at him that he didn't pick another character until the end. I like that he has a secondary. I think that's very important. Pressure for him now, big chance.
That's the one strength that Akuma has, is he is a damage output machine. Oh, he's going to get the hard knockdown here.
Say what? Couple of errors in there for Snake.
Yeah, I wonder, was that, did he have like a hard knockdown setup? And look at this. Punk just going for it, and yeah. And
2
that
times.
Uncomfortable smile from Snake Eyes, and I saw the eyes just like rolling around.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Like, what? Why would you do that? Oh, big punish now for Punk. Punk, one of the things that you could definitely say about this guy is his reactions are ridiculous.
Yes.
You can confirm off of so many quick things, whiff punish, so many things, react to whiff moves so quickly.
Chance now. Snake Eyes deliberately, I think, trying to play more actively right now. He does not want to get pushed backwards. That's been bad news for him. But look, the thing in this matchup is that Karin just has better buttons, and as Akuma, you have to know that, and you have to play around him. He's had good whiff punishes, but she just actively controls so well.
Oh, that should do it right there, yeah. And this is what I mean by Punk. He's always willing to spend meter, and he knows all of the combos as well, you know?
Let's get another replay of that, because that was just as good, if not better, than the last one. I'm not talking about the game, folks.
There it is.
The scratch, the eyes.
The chin rub.
What to do with the hands in that situation? I don't know. Meanwhile, Punk just looking like he is doing everything he needs to do. Will it be a switch to Zangief?
Look, Punk, someone challenged Punk one time and said, you know what? Come talk to me when you win a premiere. And he was able to do that. And now he is so confident. Last time he was here in Austin was at South by Southwest.
Yes.
Remember that kind of failed spectacularly for him.
Sure, he dominated his group play and then went 0-2 in the tournament afterward.
Right, and some people were joking to him about, you know, something about Austin that he's
in
not.
fact, he was joking about that.
Exactly.
And you know what else he was talking about? Was that, man, he wishes that that one commentator who said he would win Capcom Cup would not commentate his matches, because that guy's a curse. Well, you're doing all right now, Punk. You're doing all right now.
But you know, that South by Southwest loss, I still think was probably such an important loss for him, because I saw him, his spirit was crushed, but I felt like that was going to make him a stronger player overall, because I know what competitors are like. I know the things that motivates them. And seeing him crushed like that was something I felt like motivated him.
Yes.
But see, this is the, I mean, it's not the Karin matchup. It can't be the Karin matchup why Snake Eyes is not using Zangief.
Yeah, and I know that Punk doesn't really like playing Karin against Geef. I hesitate to call this a win for Geef necessarily, but it's certainly quite doable, both sides. And Snake Eyes, you can see just the familiarity with his character.
Right.
It's very important. Should be stunned, though.
Yeah.
Even on that big boy.
Well, not going to be enough to kill,
Whoop.
so he goes for kind of a little bit of a mix-up.
Again!
Nice, yeah.
2 times, second time worked, and he's at match point again. That's the thing, is that Karin is damaging and stunning enough that even for Zangief, even Zangief is worried when he gets cornered by Karin. Right? It's not easy even for him. Let alone Akuma, who melts in 2 combos.
Karin is just such a... She just has such great damage output. And again, you wouldn't know that from watching someone like Justin play.
Yeah, Justin's getting better at that, but Punk is... he just optimizes everything.
Not too far for him to feel like he could SPD him, so he just goes for the standing heavy kick.
Yeah.
See that crouching light punch from Zangief, such a problem.
Very good button. Now Punk fully stocked. Snake Eyes on super, he's there.
EX Tenko, he was just waiting for Zangief to jump, gets the crush counter. That's gonna do it right there. Punk takes it over Snake Eyes, sends Snake Eyes out of the tournament, and Punk getting up. Almost as if this is all just a foregone conclusion. Planning to take this event after getting just, you know, a minor setback, getting sent to loser's bracket. Just kind of like an inconvenience right now, but I don't think it's going to be a problem for him to make it back to the grand finals.
Look, now Punk has gone through some of the best players in the world even before this, and he continues to do that. Like I said, his last few have been Xiaohai, Daigo, Ricky Ortiz, now Snake Eyes. And he lost no games at all. Doing that, he has gone 9-0 in games against that competition. So this is somebody who was marching through. He's going to get against Justin Wong after this. So we might see the Karins match up. We might see how that works. For Snake Eyes, I really think that going with Akuma is more about being worried about having to play against Nash.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
But,
it wasn't the Karin matchup.
But that
right?
said, like I said, Gief versus Karin, I don't think it's a win for Gief.
Oh, no,
Even
no, no,
Gief
no,
is
no,
worried
yeah,
about
yeah,
Karin's pressure,
yeah.
and you can see why. I love the anti-air EX Tenko because it's even though he had super, right?